Creedmoor's garden again. Y'all know he loves to be in his garden. And I want to show you a couple of things that I find to be almost absolute constants within my garden area. Something will always go wrong, something will always go right. In front of me and you can see two different types of zucchini plant. You can see a plethora of activity. If I go over here and look towards those onions, you can see the bees on them. This is living soil. This is how it works. Anyway, we had plenty of rain over the past week, and I'm not watering anymore. I will go back to it if we go back to drought conditions. So I have to make that comment. There's perfect pollination going on here, but there is never a situation where you're not under the pressure of some form of environmental change or anomalous activity that causes some form of plant stress. Plant stress, in my opinion, can lead to more than one ending. Sometimes, and I'm starting to scooch over a little bit at a time because I want you to see plant stress. Yeah, I don't want everybody to think that Creedmoor stuff just grows perfectly. No, it's not without trouble. It's not without issue. What it is with is an abundance of experience when it comes to coping with these things. I know what to do when the plant tells me something because I've been listening for a long time. And over here, what I want to show you is in the foreground here, closest to me, maybe nearest to my shadow, is a plant that came from the back row that I moved up. Insects ate one of these zucchinis and left me with nothing. Back there, on the back row, I took one of those plants and moved it to here, and this is what you see. We can call this a transplant. We can call that direct sow, direct seed. Everything else is direct sow, direct seed, and everything else is thriving. But the plant starts not doing as well because it took to a little bit of stress. And I can also assume that there might have been some nutrient deficiencies right in that right spot right there where it grows. Maybe because we grew tomatoes there. And if I go over here to the right, you'll see under the shade and canopy of this particular zucchini plant, you can see a volunteer tomato. We can go that way. We can see another volunteer tomato. We can see a struggling basil that's actually overcoming his problems, and then four companions that are doing really well. And over here you can see the tomatoes that Creedmoor planted. So anyway, that's not what this is about. The video is about plant stress and how plants cope. This particular plant right here is in the greatest of sun. It sees the sun soonest, it sees it the longest. It is stressed. This one is even more stressed because it's more in that picture. Over here, as we get closer to the center, they're less stressed. And the one that is the least stressed has the fewest amount of fruit. See? It's loving life, sucking up nitrogen, growing lots of leaves, didn't get any stress, so it's not producing fruit. Let me come over here, and as I turn, this one right here, it had a fungal infection. I was afraid it was going to infect all of them. I simply cut back the leaf or two that were weak, removed them from the picture, and the plant began to recover. Living soil brings upon living recovery. Now let's get to this one here, and it is the whole reason why I'm doing the video today. And I'm over here with the bees. Hopefully I won't get stung. They usually let me in their zone, but they do have priority right now. So this guy right here, the top blew off in a storm. That right there is a natural response to stress. I'm going to put my foot next to it, but not on it. Okay, size 10.5. And that's going to be supper tonight. So the other plants with similar stress, you may as well see my bee cultures. Similar stress, they're also producing quite well. So yeah, I mean, that is lush stuff. That is massive zucchinis. Over there you can see just a little tiny bit of diatomaceous earth that's splattered on it. And as we get over here, you can clearly see the size difference between plants with stress and plants without stress. The plants with stress are producing more food than the plants without stress. I took the top off of this zucchini. Y'all can see that cut. And I stuck it in the ground. It's right there. See the one lone flag atop? this could conceivably grow into a new plant. I'm not going to get in its way. Anyway, if you enjoyed seeing some of what you're seeing here today, some of what I'm showing, please like and subscribe so others will be attracted to the site, so they can learn the truth about growing plants the hard way and the easy way. And right there, that's the easy way. One of these days I'm going to talk about Mother Nature propagating plants that we grew and how it makes growing in the garden easier. So I'll leave you with that tidbit, so hopefully maybe you return for that video. But anyway, grow better, live better, be well.